We are working on the Sequoia today. We are going to take off this door panel and reinstall it. We recently bought the Sequoia and it's missing the check strap, like it broke and whatever. So anyways, I got a new one. We're gonna put it in and I'm gonna show you how to take this panel off and reinstall it. The easiest part of the removal is removing that Phillips head screw. Next, we want to remove this backing plate behind the door handle so you can get a screwdriver or a little pry bar, and we're going to pull that out. So you can get a little pry bar, kind of work it back like that. Let it fall. Now we can remove that Phillips head screw behind that little cup. And we'll need to remove this little piece because when we get the door panel unclipped, we have to pull it up out of this channel. So we got to pull this piece out, which is just clipped in place. So you can just kind of rip it off. Look like that. Now this next step might be optional, but we're going to pull this piece off just so we can unhook the switch. Otherwise, when we pull the door panel off, you'll have to kind of reach up there to disconnect the wire. If I just pull this off now, then we can disconnect it right here and the panel will just pull off. So this is just clipped in as well. So you're just going to kind of pull up. There it is. And with the pigtail, we will just get your thumb in there, push down. So this should be ready to remove. Now we'll just kind of pull. But you can get a pry bar in there if you want to, because there's some clips that are pushed into holes in the body. I just kind of got my hand in there and started kind of prying it out like that. It should be let go all the way around. And now we can just lift this up. Sorry, I'm doing this one-handed. So we got it pulled out. Now to remove the door handle, you can either unscrew it. There's a screw there, there's a screw under here, or you can pull the cables out, which keep track of which one is which. The green's on the bottom and the white one's on top. So you just kind of pull it out and then, there we go. Sorry, I'm doing this one-handed and holding the camera backwards. There we go. And then down below, clearance light, we need to disconnect that. So here's what the plug looks like. You'll get your thumb on that little tang and it'll pull it out. It was sitting right in there. So now we have the panel removed. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and install this piece and get the door panel back on for you. Now it's all installed. And as we prepare to put the panel back on, we want to make sure, like these little clips, we want to pull them out and save them. I got another one right here. And then also where the door panel clips, like these, we want to make sure all these came out with the door, which I have one right here that didn't come out. So you can see it goes right here. So I'm gonna get a pair of pliers, pull it out, and stick it back in this little keyway so it just pops right into place. There are special pliers to get this out, or you can use a screwdriver. I'm going to use this little pry bar. This is a metal one, which you may not want. You might want to use a plastic one, but I'm fine with using a metal one on this. Just get it in. Whoops! Doing it one-handed here. There we go. Got it out. So I'll put that back in place here. These little clips, there should be 3, but I'm missing one. We'll just go ahead, put it right there. This other one will stick up here. Oh, come on. There we go. Clip it in place. So now we'll lift the door panel back in place and hook up the door handle. And we don't want to forget to hook up the light as well. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick the door panel clips just kind of into the holes, just to kind of hold the door in place. I'm not going to clip it in all the way. And then I can install the cables. Remember the green was on the bottom, so we're going to stick it in this little hole like that, bring it around, and then run that clip right in there like that. So it clips in place, and same thing with this white one. Well, if I can see, get it in there, bring it around, and clip it back in place. There we go, so that's ready to go. I'm gonna stick the top of the door panel in the window track to kind of hold it in place. We'll come down here, reach around, and get our clearance light plug and plug it in. There it is. So we're good there. And this is good. All right, so make sure this is all lined up kind of how it needs to be. We'll stick that rubber back in there. It's all down in place. And then now we can clip it back in. So we can kind of look. So there's a clip. We're gonna get it in that hole. So once you feel everything's in place, then you can just start snapping it back in place. And there we go. This piece back in. So make sure your clips are all lined up. Just kind of snap it in place. There we go. We can put the switch back in place, and just like up there, we just want to make sure these yellow clips are in place on the piece. It's going to clip back into these rectangle holes. So clip that back in, get it in place, and there we go. Now we can reinstall our screws. Same thing with the one down here. And then we can take this and slide it back in place. And there's just some clips on the back. It just kind of clips it into those rectangle holes. Just like that. And that is how we remove and reinstall the rear door panel on a 2nd gen Sequoia.